So you want to buy some silver? Have I got a great deal for you? Man, can it not be confusing when you just want to acquire physical silver? All the different options, all the different quote-unquote deals that people want to offer you, it can be overwhelming, it can be confusing. We're going to put an end to that right now. I'm an expert in the field of silver stacking, and if I got a deal for you, my deal is this. I'm going to tell you 6 things to avoid. And at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you what's becoming the generally accepted best way to stack silver. All you got to do is watch this video and you'll live happily ever after. Hey, look, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I have no Ron's Basement bullion shop that you can go visit to buy silver. I just want to give you quality information, and we're going to do that right now. Look, I know you're perfect, but I'm sure you have a couple personality quirks. I'll be quick to admit that one of my quirks is I've always liked miniature things. The smaller, the better. Little bitty choo-choo trains, little bitty, you name it, I like it. But when it comes to stacking silver, you want to avoid the little bitty silver, like this. See that? That's a 1/10 ounce silver round. Not a good idea if your objective is to acquire metal, because the premiums on fractional, microfractional metals, silver, are very, very high. You'll often pay 100% or more premium on those products. So if your objective is to stack metal, you want to stay away from the fractional and microfractional products. What do you think of that saying? One man's junk is another man's treasure. We're going to talk about junk silver. But I have to be honest with you. Do you ever have things about your own personality, things you do that maybe you're not too proud of talking about? On Sunday nights, they put trash out in my neighborhood, and I have to be honest, I've found some treasures over the years that my neighbors have put out in the trash, but we're here to talk about junk silver, which kind of makes me mad, because here in the United States, before 1965, 64, all of our coins had silver in them, right? Sometimes 90%, I think from 65 to 69, it was 40%, like in the Kennedy half dollars. That's good stuff to buy, okay? That's good stuff to hold and stack. No doubt about it. You can buy it and sell it easily at most any coin shop here in the United States of America. But what you want to avoid is junk silver from foreign countries, because it's very, very complicated, number one, and number two, there's not a good market for it here in the United States, meaning that if you ever wanted to sell it and you took it to your local coin shop, a bag with a bunch of foreign currency from different years, and even though it has silver in it, they're going to look at you a little cross-eyed, and if they offer you anything, it would likely be far below what the actual silver content would be. So if you're going to collect junk silver, collect it from U.S. coins. Because don't forget, rule number 1, you want to get the most silver for your money. So that may lead you to believe that maybe 100-ounce bars, or maybe even 1,000-ounce bars, like they used to trade at the COMEX and the LBMA, you know, that place where they trade all that paper unicorn fart dust silver. Maybe that's the best bet, because the premiums on 100-ounce bars and 1,000-ounce bars, well, they're amongst the lowest. If you already have a large stack of silver, if you already have some good sovereign coins, some rounds, some 1-ounce bars, some 10-ounce bars, sure, a big bar might be a smart move because you are getting the most silver for your dollar. But if you're just starting out, you probably want to avoid these because liquidating them can be difficult. Number one, most coin shops will buy a 100-ounce bar, but they may not give you as good of a price, right? Because it's going to be a little harder for them to sell than, let's say, a 10-ounce bar or a round or a sovereign coin. So if you think you're going to need the money soon, you may want to avoid the large bars. We'd like to thank our sponsor, First Mining Gold. They're a Canadian gold developer with 2 world-class projects in Canada. They also have a handful of other projects. When you total up all the gold in their resources, it comes to over 12 million ounces. They're worth checking out. I'll put a link to the company's website in the description below. You want to avoid the numismatic coins, the collectible coins. Remember, we're talking about acquiring the actual metal here. People do very well with rare coins, graded coins. Often they're in capsules or they're in plastic sheets and they're graded. That's great. But a couple things you want to remember. If you want metal for your dollar in a numismatic coin, you're not getting as much dollar, number one. Number two, you probably don't know what you're doing. You probably don't know what you're talking about. There are people who make their living trading rare coins, trading collectible coins. So to think that you're going to run out there and get a good deal on a collectible coin, well, that might be a little naive. Number three, if you do want to liquidate it, to get top dollar, to get the actual value can be very difficult. Maybe you have to sell it on eBay and wait 7 days. If you bring it to your local coin shop, look, I don't want to speak poorly about anybody, but there's a lot of people out there that might try to take advantage of you because they know you need the money and they know your rare coin might be worth X amount, but they're going to offer you much less. So if you're looking just to acquire metal, avoid the collectible, the numismatic coins. And I understand you have an eye for beauty, correct? We all like pretty things. You know, the other day I got to work and I've got this orchid that somebody gave me, and I've actually kept it alive now for almost 4 months, I think it is. And it actually flowered. And I was looking at that flower and I thought, how pretty. I often feel that same way when I look at some of my silver coins, right? Like here's one of my favorites. This is my favorite coin of the year. That's a South African Krugerrand. I don't know why, but just over the last 3-4 months, I've kind of fallen in love with that coin, and that's great. That's right. This is supposed to be a video about what to avoid when you're stacking silver. Another thing you want to avoid are the semi-numismatic coins. Those are like special series put out by the Canadian Mint or the UK Mint or whatever it is. Sometimes they paint pretty colors on the pictures, or there's Superman or Star Wars or something like that, but they attach a high premium to those products. And again, if you're looking for silver content, you want to avoid that because you go to try to sell those, to liquidate those, you're not going to get that premium back. So again, avoid those products. And whatever you do, avoid the silver trinkets, the little soldier people, the little goofy stuff like that. Hey, those are awesome, right? But if you're looking to just get metal, again, you're going to pay a super high premium. Now, I just lied to you because I'm guilty myself. There's a 3-ounce silver heart I bought my wife Susie for Valentine's Day. But think about this. I paid $90 for a 3-ounce poured silver heart, and it's beautiful. We set it on the kitchen windowsill. I see it every day. It reminds me of my deep love and commitment to my wife, Susie, who's probably editing this video right now, and I'm sure is smiling ear to ear. Thank you, Susie. So, the moral to that story is, with any of these rules, it's okay to break the rules, right? But if your main objective is to stack silver, are you ready for the answer? The best solution, the one that ticks most of the boxes, the one that I hear more and more. Remember, I'm not an expert, but there are experts out there, and they do have silver available that they're willing to sell you. The reliable experts are talking about this as being the best option. The 10-ounce silver bar. It's a nice balance between size, premium, and if you get like this one, this is, people call them Eagles, but it's from CNT Minting up in Massachusetts. I know that this is real silver. This is actually 0.9999 silver. It really ticks all the boxes, and they're easy to stack. Now, what I'd like to ask C&T, since I've now shown this 10-ounce bar probably millions of times here from Ron's Basement, hey, why don't you guys send me some of these, and I can use them as giveaways to my viewers on the channel. I bet you would like that, right? You'd like to get one of these for yourself. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed your time here in Ron's Basement. I hope you learned something, and I'm going to look forward to seeing you again next time.